It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
How you been, man?
All right, man. Just bored.
Yeah. Are you in quarantine by yourself? Or you got your girl with you or what?
No, I'm quarantined by myself, just chilling.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I'm putting this in my head.
COVID in Vegas, I guess, bro. Like maybe the UFC PI. I don't know. I'm happy I didn't get my boys' fights canceled.
Yeah, because I saw you posting. You were in the Apex, weren't you? Or
No.
no? I thought it was your story. It must have been someone else's from.
So I was there, but like I wasn't like, I don't know. Like, either way, I didn't get any of my friends' fights canceled, and that's all that matters is that they all fought.
Yeah, that's big facts, man.
Yeah.
Big facts.
The day before the fight, and they called me up, and like all the other tournaments that day, like I think I forget her name, but the girl that was fighting Angela Hill, her corner got COVID too, and they canceled their fight. But I was there for a different reason also, so they're good to fight.
Yeah, but I feel like she's been getting fucked a lot, Angela Hill, lately.
Oh, I feel so bad for that girl, man. She gets robbed on every decision. Like she has to finish someone already.
Bro, I know. And then she gets her fight canceled. It's like, bro, what the fuck, man?
Takes the fighter in short notice and it gets canceled, man. That sucks.
I know. And then even her first main event was like a short notice thing. It's like, all right, well, this is a 5-rounder now. Like, hopefully you don't get fucked in this one. Like,
yeah. She's a real one, man. She takes it all last minute, all that stuff. So gotta give respect. She paid her dues already, and she's still doing like the rookie type stuff. Like for me, I should be doing stuff like that. Any chance I get, I should be slipping into like any opportunity I can get into. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
For her, she's paid her due. She's probably making a good paycheck. She has a little bit of a commentary job every once in a while, and there's a lot of good things going for her. And she still decides to go take that last minute fight. That's some warrior shit. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good point. She is nice as hell on the mic too. I feel like she's not bad at all at the commentary thing.
Yeah. It's easy to get annoyed by like some commentary, but like she does a really good job. And there's a lot of like I was watching I forget what promotion it was. Their commentary is so horrible. Like I don't know, having a good commentary.
Yeah.
It could potentially sway the decision, or like not the decision, but like the crowd's opinion on some of the stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
low key. I mean, I love Joe Rogan, right? Like he's got like the best podcasts out there. I don't know if it's because he's getting older, but he's been like missing calls too, like during the actual fights, and like throwing me off because he'll say something that happened, and then I'll be looking like the shit didn't happen. And, like I don't know, just throw you off.
I get all sensitive too, because like like it's the commentator's job in itself to like kind of critique and stuff, but like sometimes I'm just like motherfucker, that did not hurt me, like that did not touch me. like it's easy to get offended because they're criticizing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And like to play a little bit more into it is Alex Hernandez is like one of my good friends, and I felt like the commentary a little bit for him, like definitely like it was a fucking close ass fight, and
yeah,
I felt like the commentary played a little bit against him a little too much. And it definitely like persuades a little bit of the crowd. I'm not saying maybe he won the fight or lost the fight, but I'm just saying the commentary does play effect. Is when commentary is saying stuff like when someone's not doing anything, the commentary is like, oh, look how composed he is, and look how patient he is, and all that. And it's like that's also he's not doing shit too. It's like let's just say
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, he's patient, but he's also not doing shit, and let's count that as that for what it is too. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't know. So sometimes I get annoyed by a little bit of that stuff, and sometimes it's hard to do too. Is because maybe you do see something like a little differently than someone does, and I don't know. It's just funny that commentary does play like a big effect into it.
Well, especially with no fans too. Like,
yeah, exactly. Well, and just like I said, if you're pointing out everything good one person does, and you get into that kind of like outlook, and like maybe you're not doing it on purpose or whatever it is, it could definitely persuade like anybody. You're like every time someone does something, you're like ooh, and you're like, all of a sudden like you're counting shit that doesn't really count. You know what I'm saying? And like
yeah.
I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm just defending my boy also, but like at the same time, I feel like commentary like fucks a little bit.
Yeah, no, bro, you're absolutely right. I think it's again, like I said, like especially in the case where there's no fans, where like if a guy slips and looks like he got rocked or something like that, like, and you're going, oh, the judges hear that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. That's why hometown advantage is like a real thing, and stuff like that is you can play like big effects. And I always thought like the first Loyota Machida fight versus Shogun, I felt like people like the commentary for that fight, they played every time Lloyd Machida got touched or someone after Lloyd Machida, was so foreign to like Lloyd Machida ever get hit in his fight. So every time someone happened, like, oh my God, Lloyd Machida got tough. You've never seen this happen before. And like in that case, when Lloyd Machida wins the decision, because the judges aren't hearing the commentary, and then the crowd and everybody else is like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's like, yeah, that was bullshit. But also at the same time, it's like having a laugh track for like a TV show. If you ever like know that like there's a laugh track in there, you'll get so fucking annoyed. But like a laugh track, like it's like to persuade you, or like it
programs you to laugh like when they want you to.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why like I hate some of those like TV shows that with that audience are like scary movies are annoying too, because they're like all of a sudden you're watching a scary movie and like something that's not scary at all, and they're playing like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, gassing you up for nothing.
Yeah, that's the commentary, just like gassing up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could be like it's hard to be non-biased in that situation too. Is like you're watching something and maybe you see something a little different, and like you got to keep in mind like commentary sometimes are looking at like a cage side, and you can only see like a certain view of certain things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And so if your back's facing towards someone, or keep in mind of this is like what I thought happened a little bit in the Alex fight is Moises is throwing like longer, wider punches, and Alex is throwing in tight punches. So Moises throws like a round punch, and Alex slips one in tight. You don't see the one in tight, but you do see the big motion on the side because it's blocking the in tight punches. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think technical fighters get a little screwed, or like in tight fighters get a little bit of screwed on that. And like I've said, once again, that was a really close fight, and I'm not trying to like persuade anything, but it does play effect. And like I said, angles play effect into everything. And like some dudes throwing wide punches, some dudes landing punches in tight. You're not going to see the in tight punches land as close as the wide punches that are looping around. You're going to see that big motion, and it's going to draw your eye a little bit more.
I 1000% agree. You've been in the ring like during like the no fans where you can actually hear the commentators and stuff like that. Like, does that like why you like during the fight, does that throw you off at all or piss you off? Like when because you heard Max Holloway talking shit to like DC and those guys like during his fight, like you had a fight recently too where you kind of got hurt and you know things could have been perceived that it wasn't the shoulder or something else at the time. Like
yeah.
What does it do for you in there?
For me, like a little bit, it's like I don't give a fuck, man. Like no matter what the situation is, the moment I'm fighting, like it's all pure reaction to me. I don't really care. But I feel like I did hear the commentators like, there's something wrong with Royval, there's something wrong with Royval, or like stuff like that before. Like certain things I've heard commentators say, but like I don't know. One time when I was like an amateur, I was like locking up a omoplata on someone, and he's like, Brandon has a triangle. And I remember like thinking, like, this guy didn't lose his job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like some guys don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But I don't know, man. Like when I'm fighting, it's just I'm gonna fight, bro. And like I'm in my zone, and I'm just try to pop off. I guess I don't really know.
No, dude. I think like you're one of the guys like. I see that I guess like during the fight, like you're fucking doing crazy ass shit, bro. Like just fucking like it's the wildest shit. You're so entertaining to watch, man. Like I just know you're there to fucking like fight. You're not there to score points. You're there to fucking like win, like finish this motherfucker.
Yeah. But like when I first joined Factory X, they did like this breakdown, or like not a breakdown. They did like Mark called me to the office and goes, "What's your goal? What is your goal in the what is your goal in the flyweight division, or like what's your goal, like long-term goal?" And I think everybody from Factor X is like, be a champion. And I was like, for my goal, like I think was just like to be the most dangerous and the most feared guy in my division. And as far as you can count Moreno as a finish, and I get like people will like. I think I lost the first round. I think that he had way too much control on my back. I think I was piecing him up on the feet. That being said, but whatever. It plays differently to whoever it is, and in my mind, I'm gonna always try to hype myself up and stay positive there. But like I think like you don't count that as like a finish. I think I have the most dangerous like rep in the flyweight division. I have like all but one finish in all my fights. Most of them are all first round finishes. I think I have 3 second round finishes, and then I have never been finished, bro. Like I'm hard to finish. Like it's hard for me to finish, and I think that's like when it comes down to it, that's all I give a fuck about. Is like I'm the hardest motherfucker in the flyweight division in my head, because I'm out there finishing motherfuckers and not getting finished by anybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I've been rocked, but I fight my way out of it. I've been in like bad situations, and I've been like I don't know, maybe like not close to tapping, but like in a situation where like I had to fight out of to get like the submission. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to fight out of that. You know what I'm saying? I've been in bad positions, but I'm not getting finished by any of these motherfuckers. And like, I don't know, like to me, that's what's important, And like in my head, when I first started like creating goals, and like, it was never to be a champion. It was always just to be the dangerous motherfucker in that ring. And I feel like to have that like a 92% finish rate and then not ever being finished. Besides the Moreno fight, if you want to count that or not, but
Nah.
I don't know. I think that's the hardest shit in my head, and so it's like I want to keep that up. I want to keep finishing motherfuckers. I want to know if if you fight me, man, like fucking, you better pull out a bullshit decision and lay and pray and hold on for dear life, because if not, you're gonna get fucked up pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? And like I want that to like be a fear, and I want people to be like, all right, I'm fighting Brandon Royval. That shit's gonna be a fucking scrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, this motherfucker's
Catch
hard.
at least one bow.
Yeah. And then that's what like when I fought Brandon Moreno, I'm like, this motherfucker's not really going anywhere. Like he has that like dog in him. You know what I'm saying? Like Brandon Moreno's a real fighter. Like Brandon Moreno's like that motherfucking like, all right, you hit me, motherfucker, I'm walking you and throwing 3 more punches. And like,
Yeah.
You gotta love a motherfucker like that. You gotta love a dude like that. You gotta love like Davison, because I think he showed a little bit more of that dog in him too. But I don't know. Like I said, I think that's just the hardest stat in the division. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my eyes.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I do have a question actually going back to that fight with Moreno, or that first round. Like, what was it? Was he? Because obviously by now we know he has more than a respectable game. Was it that step up in competition with him in that first round, or was it just like did like wake up a little bit? Like,
for me, I thought I was really close to landing that knee to his face, so I kept switching up that angle. And when I land that knee, that elbow kind of like, if I overcommit to that knee, which I was doing every time, like I overcommit to the knee. So then I'd have to follow up with like either spin or I'd have to like try to play that angle again. So I kept spinning, and then I think I just played that out too many times. So I put myself in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as my back standing, I put myself in a really bad position, and I had to defend it a little bit. But as soon as I defended and got myself out of the back, once we got to like the jiu-jitsu like portion of it, once I got my guard back, I swept him, and then when I went for the heel hook is when I was popping my shoulder out of place. So like,
yeah, it was fucking annoying.
Like a step up in competition, but like in my eyes, I think I was fucking like in my eyes, and like of course this is always going to be just like my opinion or whatever, but like for Brandon Moreno, like Brandon Moreno is like, you don't shoot when you're winning the striking game, and like that's what I'm saying. Like I was winning the striking game, he wasn't shooting on me for no reason. He wanted to get a takedown because he was getting lit up on the feet, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
people could play it any different way, and like I get it, but like in my head, he shot because I was getting the better on the striking. And the moment that I went to the ground, I was like, yeah, I got taken down, but I gave up my back standing up. That was a mistake I did for sure, and he capitalized on it. And he had my back, which sucks. And like I had to fight my way out of it, and like I was never gonna get finished. You're not gonna choke me with like a choke right across my chin or my nose. I'm not a white belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a white belt. Make me some bullshit like that. So I had to fight out of it, and as soon as I got out of it, I got my guard back, swept him, and then went back to business. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've been plagued with shoulder problems throughout my career, and yeah, it kind of caught up to me, and I was risking it. I've been risking it for a while, so I'm glad that I can kind of get this past in my past.
Oh, so that shoulder thing wasn't like the first time that happened, or like the first issue with it?
Didn't it look like it came out like doing nothing? Like it came out doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, like that's the first time it's probably been that severe, and like. But throughout the last year, bro, like watch my LFA fight. Like my LFA fight at the end of it, I'm giving a post-fight speech, and they're like, "How did your training camp go for this?" And it's like, I didn't have a training camp. I hurt my arm real bad, and I didn't train for this fight. And I like just went in there running on cardio. You know what I'm saying? So within that, in the last year of trying to like compete and trying to train, man, it's been like I've been fighting these dudes with no training camp. Is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm fighting these dudes training at the bare minimum. I haven't wrestled in like a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting the top 10 without a training camp. And that's just like you can check, like you can go back a year and check the LFA where I'm saying like, I didn't have a training camp. I fucked my arm up. Like I said that shit clear as day. And like I said, I've been fighting like the top in the world without like a full on training camp. Just like the skills that I've had for like a year, like the last year, you know what I'm saying? Not building up any new skills.
Yeah.
I'm not able to practice.
Yeah. With the guy like Max Holloway speaking on like not practicing, I guess he's not sparring. Is that something like you think he can carry on that trend, or you rather be in there getting the new skills and whatnot?
This is the last year I've been Max Hollowing it. Just running off the same skills I had, because everything I've done has just been like compound interest for like my whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? So 16 years, I've been training these skill sets, and now that I have that skill set, and I know that I'm in there like I'll exchange. If I get hit, I don't get scared or any of that stuff. Like the fighter's in me, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
as long as I show up in shape and I can make the weight, like it shouldn't be a problem. So like last year I've been on that same exact trip, but like more out of necessity. You know what I'm saying? Not because I wanted to or chose to. It's just because I've been so fucked up, and like training camps are hard, and like fighting is like such a hard sport that the moment you hurt your shoulder again, like you almost have to take a month, 2 months off. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
for me to recover, like I needed to do that. So yeah, it's just been a plague, man, for the last year and a half for sure. And I'm glad I could finally like get on the road to get back, and I can actually have a fucking real life training camp for a fight. You know what I'm saying? And like it'd be great, man. I'm glad to just get all this past me.
Yeah, Rogan said, I think it was Rogan, that like if the round had ended, you could have popped your shoulder and went that third one. Was that the case with the shoulder injury?
You could see it, and you could see my shoulder, like the way it, like attacked. I think everybody thought it was a wrist injury because the way I held it is like
yeah.
But the way I popped my shoulder back into place is I grab my wrist and I straighten it out and I turn it. And you can see Coach Mark Montoya hit that same thing. He grabbed my wrist.
He did it so nonchalantly, like such a fucking G, bro. He's just like, hey, come here. Ah!
Like he's done it a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't even think of it that way.
If you look at the video, bro, you'll go back and see him push the doctor out of the way. He's like, get the fuck out of the way. I got this.
Yeah.
Like if Coach Mark Montoya is more comfortable popping my shoulder in place than a doctor is, we got fucking issues. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I have big problems right there. And like, so
it did seem that way too, because he almost seemed irritated too, like fuck, like goddamn, like pissed off that it happened, and like they knew how to fix it too, because like you said, something happened on the regular.
Away from going to the second round, bro, and like
yeah,
the end of the day, man, you could see it. I'm trying to fucking pop my shoulder back in and dodge punches from Brandon Moreno, and like you like how good of a person is Brandon Moreno, bro?
I know, bro. I was even like, yeah, I didn't even know like how lit he was until what's the Embedded. Yeah. I fucking like fell in love with him through Embedded. I'm like, god damn, how can I not root for this guy now? Because Figueroa is like fun to root for. He's a fucking monster, right? But like Moreno's such a good guy.
He's such a sweetheart, but like you'll see it. You can see it. Like I yell and grab my shoulder. I grab my wrist.
Yeah.
Shoulder back in place. And Brandon Moreno looks at the ref like, are you gonna stop it? And like he's like, oh, I gotta do this. Like, and then he started whooping my. I'm saying, but it was like a situation where like naturally like the good person and looked up and was like, hey, can you stop this, man? Like this guy's clearly in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, still a killer. Went and fucked me up right afterwards. And then no mercy or whatever it is. But like I don't know. It just shows like one like what a good person he is. But like I don't know, man. I cannot root for that motherfucker in this next fight. And like how much
I know, man.
You know, like what a real fighter too is like. I'm actually about to watch this fight now, like for the millionth time. But what a real fighter is, because like sometimes like maybe he was like maybe not out skills like the thing to say, but like he had to choose to fight. You know what I'm saying? He maybe got hit hard and like he chose to stay in there and throw 100 goddamn punches. And
just, you
know what I'm saying? Like he made that choice, and like man, and like goddamn, I hope he wins this next title fight for sure.
Bro, that fight with Figueroa was fucking insane, because like he was controlling the pace and like getting his shit in, but obviously Figueroa had those big ass like shots to back him off, but he wasn't really backing off. He was just like, fuck, all right, like I'm going back in now. Like
so as like big of a bummer as all this is to me, and like I hurt my shoulder. I need like shoulder surgery 6 months, and I got like a complicated shoulder surgery because how bad mine was. But like shoulder surgery 6 months away. I popped my shoulder out first round against Brandon Moreno. Diego, or what's Diego? What the fuck's his name? What's our champion's name? Figgy.
Oh yeah, Figgy. Yeah, let's go Figgy. Yeah.
But Figgy finishes Alex first round. They go fight 2 weeks later and have the best fight for the flyweight division that could ever happen, right? Like that's the best thing that could happen for my like the division that I'm in. Is like if I went in there and fought Figgy, I would have just finished him first round, and you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't have done anything. No, I'm just playing. I would have just went in and finished the first round. It really does nothing for the division, you know? No, but him and Brandon Moreno had such a great fight. And then it does something also really cool for me, is that now they have to have a rematch, and that holds up division 5 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that the division's on hold, they're just waiting for me to get better, you know? So
and you know you belong in there too, because you had that you had the fight with Moreno, and obviously up until the injury, it was still fucking scrap.
Yeah, for sure. And like that's, I think that's like within the last year is something that like I've had a hard time accepting and like going through. Is like sometimes like god damn, I suck, bro. And like I don't know, dude. Sometimes I'll win a fight and like instead of have that mind state of like, damn, I'm getting better, or like whatever it is, I'm like, damn, that fool sucks. like bro, I gotta like but like I'm changing my mind state, and like I'm able to fight or compete with like a Brandon Moreno or like a Kai France or Tim Alley or like essentially I'm competing with these guys that I've been watching on the Ultimate Fighter and like have all the success and make money and make a career out of this. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like for me, it was hard to like change that mind state of just like, you know, like I'm just like a schmuck in this division or whatever it is, or like, you know, I think I'm good or my coach thinks I'm good, but like,
Yeah.
am I, you know what I'm saying? So now I kind of like, one, prove it to everybody else, but mainly prove it to myself. I think is the important thing. And that I'm like, all right, I belong in this division and like I have the skill set to be here and get paid. And like, this is my life and I don't need to be a fucking full-time worker and like, you know, like this is just something I can like, yeah, I guess I'm a professional fighter, like a kind of. The bare minimum of like standards, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm making fucking $1,000 a fight or whatever it is, you know? So
yeah, and the thing too, like you definitely shouldn't be hard on yourself because you made that ascend so fucking fast, man. Like fast as fuck.
It's one of those things that like for me it was like people say like it's fast, but like it's just like once again compound interest, man. It's just like it's my life's work, bro. This is like
yeah.
Like it's been fast, but it hasn't been fast because like I've been at this for like 11 years or like the total martial arts time, like probably like 14 years, but like at the professional like level, like 10 years, you know what I'm saying? And like I've been competing for years and like, I don't know, man. Like this is, I never knew if I was going to make it here. You know what I'm saying? And like, I've questioned everything along the way, man. I've been tested so many times along the way, especially like the year that I finally got called up to the UFC. Like I said, I tore my, I like, broke my foot. I was fucking, I don't know, man. Everything went wrong in my life that year. And like,
yeah,
I don't know. It was like, I don't know, like in order for me to get this, it was like, I had to lose like pretty much everything to get here. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's fucking worth it, man. I would do it all over again. I'll do all that shit all over again, man. I don't care. It was fucking just like, I don't know. We're here and like, I made the dream come true and I'm not done and I'm not satisfied, but like, I don't know, like when you have that mind state of like when you're not close to making it, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just so much more grateful for this lifestyle than some of these dudes that have been here for such a long time, you know?
Bro, I think that way too. And I'm no fighter by like any means, but like when you're pursuing a career that's like not the norm or like there's like limited amount of people that are doing it, you have the battles outside of the cage or like outside your performance too, is because like, is this worth it? Like, fuck, am I ever gonna get there? And you're fucking there now, man. Like, it's fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to shit on like anybody because like if they're past their path or whatever it is, but I just feel like I have like such a harder path than some of these flyweights coming up. You know, every time I go on like a winning streak, I fight someone, lose, and then they get called up to the UFC or Dana White's Contender Series or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And like it was like I was always that close for years, and I was just like, damn, I'm a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? It's like in my head, I was like, damn,
yeah, it's fucking whack.
So like always ranked right outside the UFC, you know what I'm saying? And like I was that way for like 3 years, bro. For 3 years, I was like in the top contender of the flyweight division, and they're like, Brandon Royval, maybe next year, you know what I'm saying? And it was like fuck, maybe not at all, you know what I'm saying? And like the fact that I was able to achieve it, and like I said, just a lot of sacrifices and stuff, man. I don't know.
No, dude, it's fucking beautiful because when you hit it and you hit the hot streak with the bonuses and everything, it was just fucking like. I mean, you go back to your first fight, you know what I'm saying, when you're doing the post-fight interview and you're fucking crying, you know what I'm saying? Like even though you won, you know what I'm saying? Like, it shows.
I was heartbroken. Because I'm in my head, I was like, at the very least, like, in my head, and like what I was telling you guys before is just like, at the very least, like, I'm an exciting fighter. I know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, not be like the best here, the best there, whatever it is, but at the very least, like, I'm a real fucking fighter, and I go and balls to the wall, and like, I should be earning performance, or not performance, but fucking fight of the night, probably every fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Like in my head, if I fought Brandon Moreno, we would have got fight of the night, no doubt. Like there's no way we would fight of the night bonus that night. But like in my head that day, like I was just like, I didn't do enough, man. And like I wanted to have a breakthrough performance, and I wanted to be like, you know what I'm saying? I knew I could do better, you know what I'm saying? And then I lost, and like, all right, I won. But like I see, even in my head, I count that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's just trippy.
Dumbass fight, but but when they gave me like the 50,000, I just didn't even want to take it. I was just like, dude, I didn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
No, you wanted to take that shit.
Yeah, but like I don't.
But
I don't know.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like I don't know. It fucked me, but like whatever. My next fight, I deserved it.
Yeah, I wanted to. So how long till you're back with the show? 6 months.
So I'll probably be like training fully in June. Like I can kick the bag and stuff now. Like not now because I have COVID, but like I can kick the bag and stuff and like punch it with my left hand and all that stuff. And like kind of work around the team like, cause like I go into practices as normal, you know what I'm saying, and just stick with the schedule and all that stuff. But like, I don't know, I'll probably like 6 months total. So I'll probably be back like the month after Moreno and Figgy fight, like fully training and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. I mean, it's perfect. Yeah, because if Figgy wins, then I feel like you're definitely in the conversation. If Moreno wins, I feel like that's a trilogy. Who's the guy that you're looking at, I guess, for the return fight?
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get the winner, bro. I think I'm gonna get the loser.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll get the winner. That doesn't make sense. I would love to get the winner. It didn't even make sense for me to fight Moreno, honestly. Like I got lucky in the sense of like I got the opportunity to fight Moreno. It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But what does maybe make sense now is for me to fight the loser, like whoever the loses that fight. And either way, it's good for my career. Like if I fight Moreno,
absolutely,
it's the best thing for me. So I've been just trying to slip innuendos to slip in that back door, but like I don't know if that's gonna work. There's a bunch of amazing flyweight fights that I can easily fit in with any of them.
Yeah, so I'm saying like who is the guy outside of like one of those matchups, I guess, that is gonna get you back in that conversation? Because that Moreno fight was that, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
That was a fight.
I think any of the guys that are like Askarov or Joseph Benavidez, like any of those guys, like Joseph Benavidez.
Yeah.
Name like to like he has a name, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, like want that fight because I like you know, like that motherfucker shaped the division, you know what I'm saying? Like
no disrespect, but
division, you know what I'm saying? But like also it's like that shit'll do wonder for my career, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Look at this weekend, Petr Yan. I feel like the only like before Aldo, only fight was like relevant was like the fucking Uriah Faber one. And then they gave him a title shot off that shit. I'm like, bro, what? Like, but that's Benavidez for you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying, man. Or like Benavidez for Askarov, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's a good way to kind of earn your stripes and like fight someone that's, you know, like maybe on his way out. So it's one of those, like, it'd be ideal matchup, but I don't know. Whatever's clever, bro. That flyweight division's so sick right now. And like, no matter who I'm fighting, I think in that top like 5 or like 10, they're all going to be possible fight at nights. You know what I'm saying? And like, I can't think of anybody in that flyweight division. Mick Maynard and like the standard rule of like I'd probably be like signed as a UFC flyweight if I wasn't exciting, because like the standard rule for like flyweight in the UFC flyweight division is finishes, and like they're looking for killers. You know what I'm saying? Like there's dudes like 20-2 outside the UFC in the flyweight division that they're not signing because they don't get finishes. Like there's real problems outside the flyweight division, and I mean real problems because they're real problems for 15 minutes. They're real problems for 15 minutes, but if like it's a like if I fought any of these dudes for till like the death, you know what I'm saying? Is I'm not losing those fights, you know what I'm saying? But for 15 minutes, this fool's gonna wrestle fuck the shit out of me, you know? So yeah, but they're not signing him because like people don't give a shit about that in the flyweight division, and nobody wants to see that shit in flyweight division that's already not like cared about. So Mick Maynard just stacks it with full on killers. So there's no one outside the top 10 that's not gonna give me $50,000. So an extra $50,000.
No, I mean, along with obviously Cejudo doing what he did to save the division, I feel like you dropping in was like perfect timing too, because then we had a fresh face and a guy who was exciting, just like you said. Shout out to Mick Maynard, but shout out to you even more so because you made the most of the opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. That's like another thing I was saying in my Alex post-fight interview. It's just like I'm one of the most exciting flyweights out there for sure. I had like the most.
Absolutely.
I was just like, I don't know, man. I just remember like when I was spitting that the after Alafay speech or whatever, bro. I was like so fucking. I don't know, man. I was in like a desperate position. I was like, please sign a motherfucker. Like, I need to quit this goddamn job.
I got these fists, man.
Yeah, bro. I got these cheeseburgers. Yeah, exactly. I was like, we'll fight for food, bro. Any of that shit. Like, that was me. Like, so I'm just so happy to fucking be here. Not like, I don't even know, man. It's crazy. Like, trying to find shit to do and manage time is like the craziest thing to me.
Yeah, that's gotta be fucking insane, actually.
Went from so polar opposite. My sleep schedule's still so fucked up because I was sleeping for like 4 hours, 3 hours tops, you know, and just making it through like just barely.
Midnights?
Yeah, I was working overnights. And then I'd have full day of training. Like we have early morning training, and then noon as our strength and conditioning. And then we have like a 5 o'clock class. I was just fucking killing myself, bro. And like,
if for the people who don't know, you were at a detention center, right?
Yeah. I worked with the juvenile detention, like juvenile kids. Yeah. So
did you have to choke up How many kids do you have to choke up?
Like I would never choke. You're not allowed to choke kids, but like
Yeah.
I had to like put a couple in their place, but not like I was like the best part about like my position and being like a MMA fighter and like a skilled like MMA fighters, like I would never have to hurt a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah.
anytime they throw a punch at me or another staff or something crazy, like I only had like one kid throw a punch at me, but it was a cool situation. Like me and him, like it brought us close together afterwards.
It's like that sometimes. I swear to God, man. I used to have a boss, and we almost got like went to blows. But then because that moment, I guess I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to sound like a douchebag. But like they saw you don't play, then that mutual respect's there and shit like that. You know.
That's what I have like a problem with at that juvie sometimes is like the kids they don't like I don't know, they don't fight even, you know what I'm saying? They jump people and like to me and like as dumb as this sounds, man, is like fighting is a bonding experience, bro. Like
it is.
Bro, like I saw like after Kai Kara, I fought Kai Kara France. I already like the dude as who he is and as
a fan of him and shit.
Fan, like it's just a fan, you know what I'm saying? But like the fact that like me and him were just both trying to kill each other and all that, like it brings you a little closer and like you get to find out a little something and like those kids rob each other of that because it's 5-on-1 all the time, you know what I'm saying? And when it's 5-on-1, you and the 5 guys you jump someone with closer, but the one dude wants to kill you know what I'm saying? But like one, bro, like you get to see what someone's made out of and like it'll bring you closer and it's a bonding experience and it's like one of those things that like I don't know, they rob each other of like potentially bonding with someone in a weird way because it's so
no, that's why motherfuckers shake hands at the fights though. You know what I'm saying? You earn that respect because like you may have thought you were way better than him at one point and then you get in there and you find out okay we're on equal footing. He's a fucking like I don't know, it's 100% a bonding experience, man. That's
so I think like they're like they'd rob each other of that. But like as far as staff go, like I would never diss on like any of the staff, but like they're all great people and I've seen them all do shit that like no other person would have to deal with, you know, get called names and all that. But like when it comes to like a situation is these guys are educated. These are educated people with psychology degrees and like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a fighter, I'm a psycho as it is, you know, like I can bond with these kids, like I can bond with them in like the full level of fighting, all that stuff, like territorial, all that bullshit that like is going on through their head is going on through my dumb ass head too, you know what I'm saying? But like these guys are like fucking some big ass kid with tattoos on his face threatens to whoop someone's ass and like a normal person's terrified, you know what I'm saying? And like when you have to restrain someone, you're using all your fucking energy when you're that normal person and you're using all your fucking might and all that. So it causes injuries and it causes a little bit of like people running into each other and them hurting each other, like staff hurting each other, staff accident, and like vice versa. Where like me, I could go in there like gracefully do it. You know what I'm saying? Is the reason why that kid threw a punch at me is not because like me and him ever had a disagreement, but it was because like I needed to get the takedown and I don't really know how to shoot like without punches. You know what I'm saying? And so the moment he threw like a wild punch, I was like easy takedown. You know what I'm saying? So him freaking out. I'm like, well, I mean, like you're saying you're gonna punch me. I'm like, might as well just fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? And like. He like smiled. He smiled. Ducked under. Like took his back real quick.
Was he a big kid?
No, he was probably like an average like 18-year-old kid. Like So the juvie in Colorado they average up to 21, and this kid was like 18 years old probably. So maybe 17 or something. But like I don't know. Just took his back real quick. Like got him down. He put his hands behind his back. Put him in cuffs. And like I walked back. I'm like, bro, like you didn't need to do that. He goes, yeah, I know, bro. He's like, what the real situation was is all of his friends were getting in trouble. Like they all got restrained and stuff. And like, he was being chill and me and him were like, got along. But if all your friends are doing it, like you're going to have like, it's either you're a bitch or like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like one of that.
Especially in those situations too, like you're stuck with those guys afterwards in the 6x6 cell and shit. They're giving you shit for being a bitch. And then, yeah.
And like, there's gangs in there, bro. Like at that time, gangs together and stuff. So it's like, if you're not fucking, if you're not helping your gang, you're fucking getting ran over by him, you know what I'm saying? So I get the rules there and like I get what he had to do and he got what I had to do, you know what I'm saying? And like at the end of the day like one brought us closer too, like one brought us closer and I thought that was kind of a funny part of it and at the end of the day like we both like did what we had to do, you know. He didn't look like a bitch at all and he like, you know what I'm saying? And like I had to control the situation and that's how you do it, you know what I'm saying? So I bunch of cool experiences like that. Like one time, so it's like the Lookout Mountain, the juvie I work at, it's like a huge field. Like there's a huge field and there's like different units around them. And like, so like they move them across the field. So like if one unit's moving then the other field, the units across the field. So if you see like someone you have to fight, you're going to have to run all the way across the field, fight them. And every once in a while you do that. They would do that shit. So one time I saw like some running. I was running right behind him. And he's running after like one of his like opposite gang members or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm running right behind him, make sure he's not fucking running up on a whole group of kids because his kids in need. You know what I'm saying? Like he's running on a whole group of kids to go fight someone. Midway, gasses out and just like gives up. It's like, hey, like grabs it.
That'd be my big ass.
And then just like, put his hands behind his back. And I was like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, he's like, well, if I was trying to fight you, you saw me running across the field, you'd run across to meet me, right? Like, he was like so pissed off that the kid didn't meet him halfway. And he was like, you would have meet me, right? I was like, I would not meet you, bro. I would just wait for you to get tired and beat you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what the fuck? That's a terrible strategy there, bro. What the fuck were you thinking?
Fight strategies and war strategies. I'm like, this is like a horrible idea. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in trouble for nothing at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Someone commented and said, you'll forget a lot of things, but you'll never forget throwing hands.
Yeah, exactly.
That's facts.
Yeah, it's true, man. Like I said, that's like kind of went through my head. That didn't go through my head. I was fucked up about the whole situation. I didn't want to fight any of these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in my head, that's like training's a peace of mind. So when you go into training, like, or when you go into a fight, you're like, I did all this training and I have all this prepared. Like I'm meant for the situation. Where Coach Mark Montoya is in my head telling me, bro, you've done all this work. You've done all that stuff. Like all you're doing, fight, which you've been doing your whole entire life. And like, I had to accept that in my head. Once I accepted that in my head, then I was good to go out there against Tim Elliott or Kai Kara France or whatever it is, with no training camp because I was injured, you know what I'm saying? So like I had to have that mind state and I had to have like a good coach and good guidance that were like walking me through in my head that I was going to be okay. Because if I didn't train, man, like you had that self-doubt, you know what I'm saying? And like, even though I know pull that shit out of my ass, you know what I'm saying? Or like fight, like any given moment, like if someone's walking up the street and want to swing on me, like I'd be ready for a fight, you know? So it's just like one of those situations where like I had to talk myself off that ledge a little bit, you know?
Have you been in a situation, because obviously a fighting situation and like by professional standards, it's like, you know, you're going to fight and stuff like that. In a street situation, are you able to keep that same calmness and like, I guess, okay, I'm doing this next to like after training for so long?
Yeah.
Or still like, fucking, I want to kill this guy, go crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a theory about this stuff because this is something that like I always like seeing, especially in like the street scenario, not necessarily in the juvie. I think I was like good in the opposite way with the juvie, but like I had that past relationship. But like when so I stopped going to downtown bars because I've been jumped a couple times. Like I've been jumped and I've been beat up. Like I've been swung on, not beat up. I've never
jumped. What the fuck? That's crazy.
And every time I've ever. Sorry about that. Can you see me?
Yeah, I'm so good. Is that booty call?
Ever been in that situation like where I like somebody wants to fight me and like I was like back down completely. I'm like, bro, like it's okay. Like it's not a big, like I think people see that as weakness, bro. And then they like go all in. Nobody wants to fight, bro. Nobody wants to fight. Everybody wants to whoop someone's ass. They don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So the moment someone's like, you're like talking shit to someone talks shit right back to you, like all of a sudden then you have someone that wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's scary. You know what I'm saying? But when someone's like backing down, like I've been like all these times downtown, bro, I back down from somebody. I'm like, bro, like it's not worth it. Like I don't even drink too much. So it's like I'll have a drink and then I'll go like talk to some dude that's like belligerently out of his mind, not knowing I'm a fucking professional fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I'm backing down, and the next thing you know, bold ass motherfucker swings on me, and I'm like, what the fuck was that about?
Do you think it's that way because you're like not a big guy?
Yeah, exactly. And but like also, I just really don't think people want fights. You know what I'm saying? People want to whoop someone's ass. They don't want to fight anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like every time, like when I was younger, like I would obviously fight a lot more. Like when I was younger, like somebody would act up to me, I would act up way hard. Like you know what I'm saying? They would say something to me. Like, oh, okay, then motherfucker, let's go. Then like, all right. Then nobody wants to fight you. Then you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to fight that guy. But every time I was ever just being like fucking peaceful, like, all right, I'm not gonna fight. Like, just calm down, bro. Like you're fucking whatever it is, you know. I always get swung on, bro. Like I swear to God, it's happened more than like 5 times. But like one time, so this specifically, bro. This specifically, as I go win my professional fight. Like I have a professional fight. Smoked this dude in like 20 seconds. Like caught him in a triangle super early, and they gave me they gave me like a check. And I go walking into this club with a bunch of my friends, and I'm walking backwards, like waiting for my friends to enter. And some dude bumps into me, like probably the only dude in the bar, smaller than me. You know what I'm saying? Like bumped into me and is like, "What? You want to fucking get your ass whooped?" And like starts pushing on me, and I'm like, Like, you don't even realize what the fuck I just did like fucking an hour
Bro,
ago.
I'm here to spend this money because I whooped somebody's ass, guy. Like, what are you doing?
Like literally like an hour ago, bro. Like I got in a fight and then I came here to go party. I walk into the first bar and 1 second into this like bar or club, whatever the fuck it is, some dude's trying to fight me and I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Short man syndrome over here. So I'm over here trying to talk him off the ledge, not kick my ass or swing on me or whatever the fuck he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I have like weird luck with this. That's why I don't go out anymore. Like, it's not worth it.
Yeah. I'm not. I really don't know why I don't go out anymore. I think I just don't give a fuck to be there anymore. It's like, especially in club scenes, you fucking like people are stepping on you and shit. It's like I just don't even want to fucking like. I'd rather just be fucked up or be super high somewhere else.
In all honesty, I'm sure it's probably like because you live in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
What part?
Like, I'm like, so we just moved like 3-4 years ago. I'm probably like 15-20 minutes outside of Detroit. Have you
like you go to Detroit to like party and stuff then, right? Like
yeah, it's like Detroit and then there's like the same area, Ferndale
I'm
shit.
100% sure it's worse there than Denver. But in Denver, anybody that's not getting laid is trying to get in a fight at that bar, bro. I swear to God. So like the moment like last call comes out, like I'm already gone. So I don't have any issues. But like the moment that the bar is like they kick everybody out and it's like
that's when it starts.
Downtown Denver is a fucking brawl, bro. I don't even know how the cops can like keep up with that shit. Like there's fights everywhere. That's like a part of the entertainment, just sitting back and watching fights and just hope you're not a casualty in one of these bitches because you know.
Yeah, that is true. Like the late night, if you're sober, that is like the fucking like, all right, here we go. You get to see who's going home with who and you know who's starting shit for not, you know, because they're mad they're not going home with somebody. I don't know what it is.
But yeah, the one time I got jumped is like I think I was just like I was standing close to a fight. Like we're watching fight from like across the street. And then they broke it up, and the one group walked one way, and the other group walked the other way. And I walked down the wrong block, and I think they just thought I was one of the other guys and beat my ass. I got my ass, bro. I felt like I got my ass whooped for like 15 minutes straight up. Like I lost a pair of my I lost like a shoe and a hat for a second, and then I had a shoe and a hat, and then another hat, and like this is like right after my first surgery, and then like I was like pretty much in a sling at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like I just got out of the sling, so I couldn't even like lift my left hand at that time. So it was
fucking trash.
Yeah. I was getting fucking swung on. It sucked.
You were by yourself?
No, I was with two of my friends, and they got their ass whooped too. Like it was a bad day for all of us.
God damn.
It was one of those like big I don't know. Like I guess I just like turned around and got socked, and then like mayhem broke out. So I was with a cousin of one of my best friends, and then one of my best friends like jumped in right away, and then like he got his ass kicked around the corner, and like we're getting our ass kicked across the street. So he jumped around like, and he started yelling at us because he thought we like left him, and he's like what the fuck? They just jumped me, and then he like looked up and he's like, oh shit, we're still getting jumped. And like he didn't realize that we're jumped too. Like so we got. That
reminds me of that. I think it's Kevin Hart. He's like, which one of you motherfuckers hit me? It's like just one guy.
It was one of those situations where like I had one hand, but it was like I'd back up, throw a punch, back up, throw a punch, and like I was just like getting swung on. And then we're in the middle of downtown. There's cars in the middle of the street, like fucking honking at us, and like it was wild, bro. But
I see somebody get hit by a car doing some shit like that. Just fucking, they were trying to do some shiesty shit. They fucking they hit dude and tried to like run away, but when they ran to the street, to cross the street, to run away like a bitch, and almost got hit by a fucking car. They get hit by a car. Luckily, it wasn't like hard because of stop sign and shit. But I was like, bro, how, like, what a dumbass.
Yeah. So yeah, I took an ass whooping that day, but I didn't get the worst of it. So that's all that really matters.
And Angela Piscina, she said, "What's up, Brandon?" Or Angel Piscina. I apologize.
And wow,
is that someone you know?
Yeah. I don't. What's up, brother? How you doing? Hope you're enjoying Texas, brother.
I fucked up and said, Angelina, I fucked that way up. That's ADD for you.
Yeah, I can't believe you're trying to read in like podcast time and try that.
Man, it's been a long day too. I am surprised myself right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna brush my shoulders off real quick.
You had COVID or what? Have you had that?
Yeah, man. So I had it on November. Yeah. By the way, everybody, Brendan has COVID right now. Shouts out to you for
fucking killing. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'm asymptomatic, but I also feel like I had like a false negative because I passed it like 3 times in Vegas. So, but now whatever.
Yeah, like you said, you got teammates and shit. Fucking money on the line. You got the right call for sure.
Got to get the fuck out of Vegas at that time when I found out I had it. I was like, all right, gotta go.
Is this your first time having it though?
Yeah. I like the first time I've been documented for it. But I mean, if this is for me, like maybe I've had it before. I don't know. Like you don't ever really know if you're asymptomatic. Did you have symptoms?
Yeah. So like it was weird because the first the first couple of days, no, but
Yeah.
then the second half of it, it got bad. Like I made it all the way. I think Thanksgiving and 2 days after that were like the only bad days I had. But it was like flu bad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like
death's door.
I was gonna die. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was dying or anything like that. It was definitely shitty, but it was like a flu, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't know, man. I got lucky.
It's the trippiest shit, bro. It's crazy because like there's you, and then
Yeah.
there's like death.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like what the fuck?
Plus that even like two things where like I don't even my
Yeah.
temperature, I don't got vertigo, I don't have any of the crazy like or any slight symptom at all. And Cosma just announced retirement over it, bro. And like
Yeah, that blew my mind, man. I seen Dana came, and it could be the same thing. Try to do it could be like, oh, he's not retired yet. He's not retired yet. I got to talk to him. I don't know if that's the type of deal, but he came out and said that he spoke with him and he's gonna get him to come back. But yeah, that was out of the blue.
that's a Cosmo's an athlete, peak performance his whole entire life probably right now, and
Yeah,
out of his lung, and like I'm sure he's scared, man. I'm sure like he's like, fuck, as long as I survive this, is like I'll give up anything to just survive at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that guy because like fuck, I hope to see him back in the octagon. I'm sure we will. I'm honestly sure we'll see him again. But
yeah,
it's unfortunate that he's going through this crazy symptoms. You know what I'm saying? Or like
it's gotta be bad too because he's like Scrapper, where like he was doing the back-to-back fights where he don't give a fuck. He just wants to fight type guy too. It's not like it's gotta be serious for him, you know?
seems like a guy that's like me. It's like he'll fight an injury and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude that fights back to back is some motherfucker that like believes in himself and likes fighting. You know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah,
that's like that, like wants to fight, and like you have to believe that he's fucking in not a good place in his health right now. That's crazy.
yeah.
That is
Someone,
you know.
what were you saying?
I said it's just crazy to me to think someone like that is having that crazy of symptoms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly why I like message you. I'm like, bro, this shit's just trippy. It just trips me the fuck out, man.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't know, man. I've been lucky enough to not know anybody with too bad of symptoms with this so far, but like, I don't know. Some people, like I said, like it's just death. Like there's death and then there's nothing at all. Like how the fuck is it the same thing? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So what you been doing? I see you've been watching some fight. Is that Angela Hill?
I don't know who's on right now. It's fast forwarding. Oh, it's Mackenzie Dern. It's the Brandon Moreno thing. Yeah, it's a Brandon Moreno versus 50 fight. I was fast forwarding.
Sure, you're watching Mackenzie Dern. It's okay. I do too. I'm playing.
That's my Jiu-Jitsu muse right there.
Speaking of fights, man, this week it's fucking.
The
Bro,
best
are you?
part ever, man.
Thank you.
I wish I was a part of that, man. I like that COVID don't ruin any of these fights. Like I don't know, but like in my head, I'm like, God, there's like because at the last week's UFC, there's so many fights scratched off that card is ridiculous. It's like maybe like 10, less than like 7 fights or like something like that on the whole entire card. But you see like such a stacked card like that. I'm like, I hope nothing happens to any of these people. I hope they have them in a bubble and like they're testing them every 6 minutes, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Goddamn place because I don't want anything to happen to any of those fights. The prelims are so fucking great. Like the prelims,
even the prelims, bro. That's what blew my mind. I'm like, bro, it's fucking crazy.
You see, like the pre-prelims are even good, bro. Like the pre-prelims are good.
I'm gonna look right now. I can put it on the screen too for both of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching all of that shit. So it's like I don't know.
Here, I'm about to put it on because I didn't look at the pre-prelims, but I was looking at the prelims. I was like, bro, Dominic Cruz, Casey Kenny, like that could be a fight night itself.
Yeah, bro. Who do you think's gonna take in that fight?
Bro, I don't understand. Like this blows my mind that Casey Kenny's fighting Dominic Cruz already, and like this point in his career, I fucking like. But
I think
tough, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll see, bro. I think I might put money on Casey Kenny to pull out. He's the under, right?
I'm about to look right now. Yeah, so hopefully this loads. I don't think it tells me on here on the UFC website. I'm gonna look it up though. He's got to be the underdog.
That Song Yadong versus Kyler Phillips is such a great fight, bro.
I like Kyler Phillips a lot.
Kyler Phillips is gonna be a star, man. He's so good.
So too.
And like I hear nothing but great things about him from like his gym and like what he does. It's like he's just a stud, man. And I don't know, you're gonna see a lot of bright things out of him. And Song Yadong's a killer too, man. It's gonna be great. Yeah. I don't know why they put them to like I would put those two against like cans in the division, build them up.
You know what I'm saying? That division is, I think, people give me shit for it, but I think it's the most stacked division in the UFC, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, there's not a goddamn can in the whole bantamweight division, so
it's insane.
That clear, but yeah, you're putting those two against each other, and those dudes are fucking skilled.
And they used to, Yeah, because you got guys like outside. I mean, like for example, perfectly Casey Kinney, Kyler Phillips, fucking Sugar Sean. Like they're all outside the top 15. You know what I'm saying? And they're killers.
Yeah, those are scary motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, your boy Kai France is fighting.
Yeah. Kai Francis. That's a hard match. Bonatirin. That dude looked
Yeah.
good. Fuck, even when he lost against Ray Borg, man. Ray Borg looks amazing, but he even looked good. I thought Bonatirin presents problems with a lot of these flyweights.
Yeah, I want to see this pre-prelims too because you got me hyped up.
Yeah, the Askarov versus Diego. That's what, number 1 contender, number 2 contender thing.
But that I know you got your eyes on that one for sure. But yeah, it's the number 2 versus number 3. Benavidez number 2, which kind of.
What are these dudes, like 5'3"?
Benavidez 5'4". Oh damn, Askarov is 5'6".
5'6". Damn, I'm like a fucking giant in this division. That's crazy,
bro. He looks like you could donate money to him monthly to eat. That's fucking crazy, my man. Askarov.
Straight up.
That does not look. Damn. Is he a killer? I haven't watched him fight before.
He's a great grappler, man. I think his striking's horrible, but his grappling's amazing. I watched him before when he was in the. Oh yeah, see, those are all good fights, man.
Wow, this is fucking wild, bro. Sean Brady, I like him a lot too.
Yep. Damn, that's a big ass card too. Mario Batista, it's a Batista, right? He's a stud.
Yeah.
I watched him come up.
I can zoom in for you. Is this
Trevin Jones? Yeah, what a great card, man. But Askarov, I watched him twister somebody from a body triangle, and I've never seen anybody do that before. But after he did that, I watched him in like the Russia promotions when he was coming up, and after he did that, man, I've been trying it a shit ton. I get that move all the time because of him. Just like a twister from a body triangle position. Like I've never seen anybody else do it besides Askarov, and he hit it in a fight against probably another Russian top grappler motherfucker.
Did you watch that? Were you tried a twister in that fight with Moreno?
No. They said that he was trying it on me, but I don't think
that's what it was.
He wasn't really going for it. Yeah, so he wasn't really going for that position.
Yeah.
But if he would have went for it, it would kind of help my escape too. So it was like one of those situations where like he had me stuck. He had me in like twister side control, it's called, and he had me like lock, like in that like lock, like it's called like a lockdown, but it's like a reverse lockdown. He had me in that position stuck, but he didn't go for it. He didn't go for it at all. So, and the moment he started trying to go for it is when I was able to free myself and like create a scramble, whatever the hell happened. I don't really remember. Is
he black belt?
Yeah, he just got his black belt. So he's a brown belt, but just got black.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like I don't like a certain body type. A lot of things have to kind of play into factor for like someone to go for it. But like twister's like a move that I go for a lot. You know, I'm really long. Like I can hit it from across body pretty easily. You know.
Yeah. See, I'm not a black belt, so I don't know how it is because you guys obviously know how to execute fucking everything. Because I know there's certain moves I know that are there, but I won't do because I'm not confident in my ability to actually finish it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm huge on like 10th. Like I grew up when I started jiu-jitsu, 10th Planet was like just coming around, so I was like always into like that
like crazy shit,
crazy weird jiu-jitsu stuff, like go platas, umo platas, all that. Like anything with a plata in it, I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? And like. So that twister position I'm super familiar with, and I don't know. I think it comes to like different, like, you know what I'm saying, like different body types, different styles are all going to present different things. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like my jiu-jitsu style is very much based off my body type, and like I'm long. I get triangles, arm bars, and stuff like that a lot, and like weird. I can sink in weird chokes. You know what I'm saying? But I think.
How tall are you?
5'9". So I'm tall for my weight class. I'm not tall for the
fucking definitely tall for weight class. I mean, that's taller than me, bro.
Yeah. I'm average height as a human though.
That's what you cut a lot?
No. Well, I'm probably gonna have to now, but like not normally. Like I could make flyweight in a week, like normally. Like I've made flyweight in a week twice. But, like, it sucked. It wasn't fun. Like it wasn't fun, but I hate it. I got the job done, and that's all that mattered. Yeah. One time it was like Halloween. It was Halloween, and the next week they scheduled like Casey Kenny had someone drop out to fight him. And I went from fucking like 150 to 125 on the dot, man, for 1 week, just chugging water for like the first couple of days, and then just cutting like 15 pounds like the last day and a half out or whatever. It's fucking horrible, man. They carried me to weigh-ins.
That's terrible, bro.
Yeah, it's the worst weight cut I've ever had. But
how'd you recover from it, like fight night?
I went all 5 rounds to Casey Kenny. I just got my ass whooped. So I mean, not well, but I don't know if that was necessarily like a weight cut thing as much as it was just like I didn't know how good Casey Kenny fucking was. Like,
Bro, his pace is fucking insane.
Yeah. I didn't expect it like that. He was just gonna like. I didn't know he was that accomplished of a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? And like he just took my ass down like nothing after like, yeah, he's good, man. That's why I'm kind of interested to see. Like, it'd be really cool to see him. Like anytime someone beats you or anytime you beat someone, you gotta go for him afterwards, no matter what. Like, so hopefully he beats Dominic Cruz, and then whatever. I'm pretty much at Dominic Cruz level after that, right? I think that's how the math works.
MMA math is pretty wild.
Just try to add up. I was like, oh yeah, I'm equal to Dominic Cruz if that happens. So whatever.
I seen some shit that someone like made it where like Henry Cejudo could have beat
Brock Lesnar or something.
Yeah, it was something wild. But even because shit's just crazy like that too. Like Jared Cannonier fucking fought all the way from heavyweight to middleweight.
Yeah, that is fucking crazy to kind of think about. Or like BJ Penn jumped up to heavyweight and stuff, and like
bro,
fought Loyola Machida at heavyweight.
Like what the fuck, bro? Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's actually the interesting part about this these title matches coming up because well, what's the main one? Who's coming up? Oh, Adesanya's coming up a weight class, and
that's one too. Yeah.
You think about people that come up a weight class, and like I think that people that went up has had like more success at getting the title so far. So like when you think about it, we have like our people that went down, like when TJ Dillashaw went down to flyweight, he didn't win the fight. When Amanda Nunes went up to 45, she went and won that bout. Who else is like another example of that? Cormier knocked. That's another.
Yeah, I think everyone moved up. I think the only one to move down was Dillashaw, wasn't it?
Yeah. But like anytime there's like I don't know, like is there an advantage when you go up a weight class almost? Like if Adesanya is the taller fighter, which he is there still an advantage of him just being more speedy and like almost untouchable against a guy like Jan or I don't know what the fuck say his name. Against him,
Jan Blacowicz.
Yeah, is it almost an advantage because how tall Adesanya is and that speed difference is Blacowicz even going to be able to touch him? You know what I'm saying? And like,
what do you think he's going to weigh in at Adesanya?
Probably like 193, right? He said something like that, or like 198.
I think I saw that too. Yeah, 193 or some shit. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure. My boy Dustin Jacoby fought last week against a 205er who missed weight, and he was gaining weight the day of the fucking fight. I remember thinking, I'm like, God damn, maybe I need to like go up a weight class because this dude has too easy to cut. But he woke up at like 202 or 201. It's like he had to gain weight to go to weigh-ins. Like it's the craziest shit.
That is wild.
Is there an advantage to that? I don't know. He won the fight. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I think it's like, I guess it depends. Like if you're facing a grappler and like your skill set too, a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Because if you're, exactly. If you're facing a grappler and they're stronger than you and they're bigger than you, like big effects. But if you're a striker and you're facing a striker and you're taller and faster, like at a certain point, man, it's not necessarily like a huge disadvantage as much as it's like a speed advantage and like you have like your body's capable of doing a little more things than like I can picture Adesanya doing some crazy jumping moves where I can't picture Jan Blacowicz doing that. There's a gravity difference in the yeah. So who knows, man? Like who knows what? But I think history says that for the most part, the lighter dude's been winning. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Without history, I guess skill set wise, who do you think takes this one?
And that's another thing too is and like this is always just like my opinion on things too. So go and tell me fuck off if I'm wrong or if you think I'm wrong. But I always think when you're lighter, you have to be more technical because you have to go against big dudes. For me, I have a couple of flyweights now, but I grew up going against 155ers. You know what I'm saying? Like 155. Yeah. I have to be the more technical guy between those guys. I have to be the more technical grappler to even compete. To even be in the same room as these guys and not just fucking walk out of the room wanting to kill myself was like, I have to be more technical superior than these guys. You know what I'm saying? And like,
it's 100%, yeah.
Not technical. It usually goes to the lower guy. You know what I'm saying? So it usually goes to the lower weight class. But as far as striking goes, I don't think there's a question when it comes to it. Is that Adesanya is probably the more technical one?
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's like, and I'm a fan. Like you're a fighter, so you understand this shit way better than me. I think his like he's just so fucking masterful, bro. It's striking, in my opinion. Other than the Gaslam fight, where that was just a fucking brawl, which is dope as fuck. That fight's awesome as fuck to watch too.
Yeah,
but
so being a champion like that is like you have to dabble between the two. You have to know when you need a fight, and you have to know when you need to be technical. And I think he does that perfectly. I think a lot of people get caught up in being a fighter or being technical, and he does.
Yeah.
drifts in and out between the two, and it's so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
You
I
gotta
agree.
think, it's like another thing too. Is like you're the smarter fighter. So let's say I'm a smart person. I'm a smart fighter. The smarter I am, I'm weighing the cost benefit analysis, right? Compared to like someone who goes in and wings it. You know, like you have this dumb person. Let's say like I don't think too much and like I don't have the strategy of going in there. I'm gonna go in there and wing it compared to someone smart and they're analyzing everything you do. So when they analyze everything you do, you're also analyzing the fucking cost of when I step in with the jab, what the fuck could happen to me? And you see that play into a lot of these technical fighters is they're almost afraid it almost. So you have to like I always think like fighting is the perfect game to be dumb and smart, you know? You gotta be fucking smart enough to see the opportunities that present themselves, and you gotta be dumb enough to fucking take them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be dumb enough fucking opportunity. And I think Adesanya totes the line of fucking having enough balls to go out there and take that opportunity to exchange with someone, and then the technical ability to capitalize on those exchanges. You know what I'm saying? And you see that. I don't know. You can see stuff like he sets up things so well. Throw the left kick to body, left kick to body, left kick to body, fake the left kick to body, throw the straight, fake the
precise with it too, where it's gonna land, and he can set that shit up because he's so precise. He's gonna get what he wants. You know what I'm saying?
He said I watched. You know what's funny is like the game plan I had against Kai Kara France was based off of him versus Whitaker. I think it was him versus Whitaker or him versus Gaslam. I think Gaslam was up, so it had to be Whitaker. Or either one, whatever one's a righty is what I based my whole entire game plan off. It was all based off the left kick. Once that left kick's available, I can set up the whole entire game right afterwards. You know what I'm saying? And like, one from like Adesanya is just watching him fight and watching how he sets up that kick and what he does afterwards is just he's such an intelligent fighter and he's still out there taking risks, man. He's still a guy that'll win a fight of the night fight. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's champion material. That's GOAT material right there. That's Anderson Silva of, I can capitalize on I can make someone miss and I can create these opportunities and I'll fucking capitalize off of these. You know what I'm saying? I'll make him do something stupid. And like, that's great. That's like the GOAT right there.
Speaking of like, and man, we touched on so many things. The boring thing, or not boring, but like the calculated fighter, I think is like what happened to John Jones, where he was like, I don't call it dumb, but being chaotic was like the way it came up. But once he got that belt, when he came back from suspension, he kind of was calculated, just wanted to win the fights. It felt like instead of like finish them per se.
Yeah, exactly. Or like a George St. Pierre who's like, all right, when I do this, there's a fucking slight chance of me getting knocked out in any of these fights. Why the fuck take the chance to just put this motherfucker on his back and beat his ass and reduce the chance of me having something crazy of like me being the technical fighter, the better fighter, whatever it is, and just have that crazy chance of me getting a loop knockout. That lowers it down 100% when they're on their back. And George St. Pierre figured that out right after his first loss. It'll never happen to me again, or his second loss, whatever the fuck it is. Anyway, this will never happen to me again. And then been put motherfucker on his back since then. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a smart fighter who's like, all right, I know the risk right here, and I'm not even gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna fuck with it. Where you see Wonder Boy on the opposite hand, like of like some dude's so calculated and so smart, and sometimes he doesn't take the chances. You know, he's just like, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the perfect opportunity. I'm gonna find the perfect opportunity when there's no risk of me getting hit, and I'm in an absolute perfect position to hit you. And it, like, that, see people like, that's a boring fight, and you're like, he's just setting that shit up, and he's waiting for the perfect thing where he's almost like so smart that like it almost leads to like what people say is a boring fight or just a lot of setups, you know what I'm saying? And like, you don't want
Wonder Boy amazes me with that because like he does like, I guess, control it like that without having to be a grappler. You know what I'm saying? He's just able to do all striking. So it's like fucking like, how, bro? It's insane.
For anybody like an up and coming fighter, if you want to watch cage control, watch Wonder Boy. Even when he was in the small cage, I thought that was like the best performance for him because he's in a small cage. So he almost has to fight. But you can see him capitalizing off all these angles because he has to now, because now he has nowhere to go. The cage is right there. And put himself against that cage. You know what I'm saying? So he's boom, 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 out. And then you see him capitalizing off all these angles, these feints, and making them like when I think about it as like I walk someone into my punches. You know, if I create an angle and they turn into it, I'm walking into my punch. And you see Wonder Boy do that perfectly his last fight. And you see that dog come, like he almost had to be a little bit more of a dog because you're stuck in that fight because you only have a certain amount of room to move, you know? So I don't know. It was almost like better for me to see Wonder Boy in that like situation where he's not just way out of the way of the punches at all times, you know, where it's like, all right, I'm barely out of the way, but I'm perfect place to land this punch. So
Yeah, he's fucking amazing to watch that style. Just because, like I said, like most people who are controlling it like that are grapplers. They're not, standing and striking the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With Izzy and this being like a double champ fight and him being undefeated and say what you want, I feel like he's fought some killers in that middleweight division. How far away is he from like GOAT status right now? Like, am I tripping as like a fan or like?
I think he's past it. I think he's past it, man. I think he's the greatest fighter that we have right now. I think Izzy is. I don't know, man. I think he's just the best there is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that there's a really. I don't know, man. Like as far as so this is how I think is like as far as fighters, like, because I think who else was they saying is like Khabib's like the other GOAT maybe right now, and John Jones. But like as far as fighters, I want to be like, or I'm like, I want to fucking book like that motherfucker every time I fight. I want to be like Izzy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has a top 6 flyweight fighter. I'm like, I need to do what that motherfucker is doing. I'm gonna go watch this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna watch this dude. I watch Izzy fight once a week at least. You know, just because that's the dude right now. That's the dude who we all need to be a little bit more like. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's who we all need to kind of like take a little page out of his book and his mind state and all that stuff, because Izzy's the man right now. And I think I don't know. Like I said, I like Khabib a lot, and like I think Khabib's done great things for his career. But like when it comes to it, I want to be like, if I was a little kid or like me being me now, it's like,
yeah,
in my head, you know, like that's the doper fighter, you know, like in my like,
yeah,
like as far as who I think like who's cooler, like I don't know, I'd rather be like Izzy.
Oh yeah, Izzy's way cooler.
Yeah, he talks a little shit, got a little bit of an attitude, fucking, I dig it all, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's got those accents that we were talking about last time. Those accents add cool points all day.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like he's doing, I don't know. Like he fights with swagger, bro. He fights with swagger. He'll grab his he'll do like a Michael Jackson move while he's fighting. Like that shit's cool as fuck. Yeah, exactly, bro. I go Silva era when Anderson Silva was the greatest thing that's ever happened. Like anytime someone acts like Anderson Silva, I'm like fucking all over him. Like that's the fucking GOAT right there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and to do it and fight that way and still be undefeated again against fucking like top tier talent, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, bro.
I don't know, it's like you slept on in that conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And then you see him like he hit his back against Calvin Gastelum and caught him in a fucking smooth triangle, and like he has a ground game.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah, he's a ground game, and you could see his body type. His body type's perfect for like ground game jiu-jitsu, man. Like back game, like submission attacking. Like his body's type's perfect for that. Like
yeah. All darces and shit, like all those, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. Throw up a triangle from a mile away. That's what like about me is I could shoot up a triangle from far away because I'm so like long in the legs.
Yeah. Do you think John Jones comes back to get his belt if Izzy grabs it?
I hope
think he's
me too, so, man. But, he probably won't. I think he's gonna. I don't know, man. That'd be the greatest fight ever, right? If that happens.
That's why I said too. I'm like, I feel like because people want Dick ride Conor, and I get it. Conor's fucking great and did like amazing things. Same thing, super exciting and really fucking good. Actually, like Conor's good as fuck. I can't lie. Like in his prime, but like, how is John Jones versus Izzy Adesanya not the biggest fight of all time? If, like, in my opinion, like two undefeated guys, like.
Yeah, two undefeated guys. They're so skilled. They're both swagger. They both can talk shit. Both of them. I don't know. That's a fucking great fight. Like I don't know. I'm pretty sure that would be the biggest fight right afterwards. You know, like
have to be, man.
Who would not fight? You know, like
nothing. And then I'm thinking like I'm hoping like it would break. I think it'd even break records even because like I'd
sure.
way rather watch that than like anything else. 1,000%.
Yeah, for sure. You get Conor McGregor as the undercard on that shit. That's the best fight card ever.
That'd be wild. Yeah, that'd be fucking wild. Yeah, I think Izzy has to win this belt for that fight to happen though, for sure. Because like, bro, did you see he was like talking shit about his mom, like John Jones's mom and shit, and she like passed like.
Oh no, I didn't see anything like that.
Yeah, bro. Like last year, like late last year, got ugly.
No, I didn't know he was talking shit about his mom though. Yeah, you talk shit on me, like even if she's alive, like you talk shit about my mom alive, I'm swinging on you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's problem.
Yeah.
You can't talk shit about someone's mom, bro.
Yeah, it's
like Jesus.
Hey, that's facts, man. Because like, as much of a fan of Izzy I was when he did that shit, especially knowing that his mom passed, like John Jones' mom passed, I was like, yeah, that's too far.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, I think one of like the first like childhood fights I remember getting in, someone called my mom a bitch, and like I didn't even necessarily like probably like too keen on what it meant, but beat his ass. I beat his ass right in front of my mom. Yeah, so that was probably like one of the first fights, and you know you gotta stand behind your mom, man. Mama said,
yeah,
you know. So
no, that's facts, man. I remember like I was like a situation too. I was trying this kid. I was fat kid. I'm fat again now, but like this kid was talking so much shit, and I chased him all the way back to his house. So he didn't want to fight me, and then his mom was at the front door and like shut it, whatever, at the screen door, like talking shit to me. I grew up in like the ghetto, so like shit was crazy like that. But I called his mom a bitch, and his mom made him go out there and get his ass whooped. Not get his ass whooped to fight me, but obviously he caught the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Fuck him up right quick.
Yeah, and his mom, I didn't know you're a pussy. Now she had to whoop his ass right after that too, huh?
Yeah, facts. That's how my mom did me too. If I started a fight at school like an idiot and I didn't win, I got my ass beat like doubly.
Yeah, exactly. That's bro, like I saw like a meme and it was like this like hey, your kid got in a fight at school today. Like, oh, how was his takedown defense? Was his
Yeah, I saw that shit too.
That shit, like, damn, that probably like my parents now. Like, well, did he fucking pull guard or what? Like, goddamn, can't stand this fucking kid.
Another title fight in that card, and we'll run through this, and I'll let you get going too. I apologize, but I guess you're just chilling. You're on.
Yeah, I got COVID, bro. I ain't going nowhere.
All right, so who would you rather make babies? I'm just kidding. I'm not putting you in Casey Kenny situation, but
there goes my career.
Yeah, bro. Who you got in this one?
I don't know, man. This is, I mean, Amanda Nunes is so scary, but I like Megan. I hope Megan pulls it off, man. I hope Megan can just stay long and fucking not get hit by Amanda Nunes at all, or avoid the takedown. Also, is just, I don't know. I hope she can just pick her apart from the outside. So I'm going for Megan. Let's keep my cross for her. That's a scary matchup against any. I wouldn't want to fight Amanda Nunes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck no, bro. She's a beast, bro.
Yeah. Or she's a 45. I'll avoid her at all costs. Yeah, I'll never go. I'll never be in her realm. You know. So Amanda Nunes probably beat my. That's like fuck. I need to step my game. I need to start lifting or something, bro.
Bro, she's when I watch her like walk around in like the embeddeds and shit with her wife and the baby and stuff like that. She like, and I don't mean this in a like disrespect. I shouldn't even say it, but she's like. She just looks like somebody you don't want to fuck with. I don't want to say a dude, but she looks like she walks around and carries herself like a fucking tough. I don't want to say guy, but
she's a full-on killer. Like, I mean, you got to think of like what she does to people, and like what she does is she just fucking puts people to sleep. Like, yeah, you should be intimidated. She's like that Mike Tyson presence of like when this
really is
like you're not the alpha anymore. Like this is the alpha on the beta. And like I'm sure Amanda Nunes carries that big energy like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I should have said. Yeah, she got that big dick energy.
She has that energy of like I'm a fucking the alpha in this room. I'm the fucking killer, and like she's a champion. She could possibly be like the best fighter out here right now. You know what I'm saying? She's so scary. That's floating in between divisions. You know, like how scary is that? You know, like I don't know. So Amanda Nunes is I don't know, just like I get that, like seeing her in a room or something like that. They don't have that Anderson Silva of like, oh, I'm goofy and then I'm a killer when I'm in the cage and all that stuff. Like
killer all times.
Like just like looking at this picture you have up her right now is like she seems like she's on go. You know what I'm saying? Like
like look at this face, bro. It's like fucking like
that's like
predatory. She's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, for sure, and she will. Like that's just the facts of it. Is like you know what she does to people, and like that's why you feel that way. It's because she's scary.
Yeah, man. I do feel like we low key got robbed of like that rematch between her and Cyborg though, because like as much as like obviously Amanda did what she did, Cyborg's still who Cyborg is. Like I don't know, man.
I was worried for her at the beginning of that fight, and then all of a sudden the tide switched quick as fuck. You know, so
quick as fuck, bro. That is kind of crazy how none of us like knowing what she's done. None of us like. Well, I guess maybe some people did, but I thought Cyborg was gonna win that shit.
Yeah, so like to me, and I'm from Colorado, so I always represent Colorado people. But like, I think it just shows how great Kat Zingano could have been if she would have if she didn't have like all the craziness that happened with her, and like I think she could have been a fucking champion. Kat Zingano's so good, and she has that fucking same predator thing. I think she's just like an emotional fighter and had the worst strategy to go against Ronda Rousey being emotional. You know what I'm saying? And like, I always thought could have been champion, and like the fact that like she was able to like survive Amanda Nunes' crazy strikes and end up getting a TKO out of it. And like I don't know, like to me I was like Amanda Nunes Kat Zingano, like if she was able to like heal from her injuries and able to like just be like the real fighter she is, I think that's one of those people that like could have been great. And that's another weird thing about fighters. You'll hear about this sometimes too. It's just like these fighters that are like not necessarily like gym fighters or anything, because I'm not saying that's what Kat Zingano was, because she go and perform, but like sometimes fighting such an emotional sport, like you have to get out of your own head and you have to get out of your own way, and sometimes you can be the worst thing to yourself is just having that crazy like for me I can't have certain people like in my corner, because if they start trying to hype me up too much, I'm gonna go on go, man. I need to have Mark in my corner tell me like, calm the fuck down, Brandon. You're gonna be okay. Like, you're just getting in a fight. Like, you don't need to blow us out of proportion. And like I think like you need to have someone like wise that can get you out of your own way. And if Kat Zingano could have got out of her own way and out of her own head, she'd have been the champion right now. And like,
I'm like 25% casual when it comes to like the female fights, because I've always felt the division was so top heavy. So
yeah.
I'm honestly not like that familiar with Kat Zingano. What threw her out of that conversation?
Throughout the conversation, I think she was plagued with injuries, and then she lost that Ronda Rousey fight. And she went in the Ronda Rousey fight. She's skilled, super skilled striker, and like good jiu-jitsu girl. But literally, like, the bell rung, and she ran across at Ronda Rousey, closed the distance for Ronda, threw a big hook, went chest to chest, and got submitted like quick as shit. Like, honestly,
that sounds horrible. That's a terrible game plan.
Ronda Rousey, like a perfect Ronda Rousey fight is. Our perfect way to fight against Ronda Rousey is just tap and move, get out of there, just like Holly Holmes did, you know?
Yeah.
Or Amanda Nunes and just murder people with your punches. But,
yeah, that's why. Yeah, I think Rousey and her dominance was like why like I never was really like turned on to like the female division, because like it was just such like shit, like fucking fight. Like they like would just give her everything she needed to fucking beat the fuck out of them. I don't know why there was like almost like no, I don't know. There's just a disparity between like the fucking bottom of the division to the top, you know?
And for me, I'd like, they cut the flyweight division, you know what I'm saying? They cut the flyweight division, like 3 women division, which is great. Like, keep the women's division because they're great, but like why are we cutting the flyweight division where they have a lot of this talent and a lot of skill base, and like they are signing women that are like 3-2, you know what I'm saying? And like,
thank you. You're like ranked 5 and you're 12-12. Like what like come on.
They're signing women that are like, yeah, exactly, are like, even like Angela Hill, who's amazing, is a veteran and like earned her way to the top. But when she started off on the Ultimate Fighter, she went into the Ultimate Fighter with 1 fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
kickboxing match, I think she was saying, and like that's one incredible test.
That's crazy.
She go, but also it's just saying like you know, like, why are we gonna cut, like, and for me it's always just goes back to like, why are we gonna cut the flyweight division when we have guys that are 20-0, fucking, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah,
full on killers. And like, and then we kept a division where at the time they were signing people that are like 3-2, 2-2, you know what I'm saying? And like there's girls in the division with like losing records, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so for me it's like, it was one of those things like I took like personal, where I was like, well, I mean, if we're getting rid of any division, like, why are we getting rid of like a division that has a little bit more density to it and like all that? And like I said, that women's division, I think like the women MMA fighters is like, I think so important. And like the UFC having the women division is like so important, because it like, for me, it was hard for me to walk into like an MMA gym. I was so intimidated to walk into an MMA gym. Anytime there's a woman that walk into the MMA gym, I always like, it's like almost like mad respect, because it's so
extra respect. Yeah,
there's fucking it's like a 99% guy ratio, and like 2 girls that are trying to learn how to fight, and they're competing against big ass men, you know, like genetically speaking, like women aren't as big as men. Like,
yeah.
So I not only do I have to deal with the size discrepancy, but I have to deal with some fucking huge sweaty, like she has to deal with some huge sweaty men trying to grapple with her, and like what a disadvantage that is. And I think that's another thing why you see some super like technical women and all that. So you're seeing that technical, and like you're seeing the women's division grow so quickly, because they're making all these adaptations, and these other women are paving the path for all this stuff. And like women's wrestling is coming along, so it's so important that like what the women are doing for the UFC and all that stuff. But at the same time, like I just felt like I was cheated, like, or like when the flyweight division, like, if they kept the flyweight division cut, I would have been like heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? And like,
shout out to Triple C, because they saved the fuck out of that division, bro. Because that fight was like lit. I was so fucking pumped for that fight, man.
Yeah, Triple C, McMaynard, fucking Brandon Moreno, and
you, bro, you too, man. Like you, top 3 most exciting fighters in the flyweight division. It's you, it's Figueroa, and Moreno, and after that, it's a drop off for me personally.
Yeah. So then, and then we have like Figgy and Moreno have like the fight of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? And like now, flyweight division's popping a little bit. I still don't think we're the most dense division. I still think there's gonna probably be a few cuts pretty soon of some of these dudes. But like, because we have like a dude that's like 3-3 in the flyweight division. I don't know what the fuck he's doing there, honestly. I don't know what he's doing there. Like, but he's gonna be there probably pretty soon. But for me, and like I have a friend, Sid Bice, who's been in the flyweight, like he's been like number 1. He's been ranked higher than me half the time. You know what I'm saying? And then I get this opportunity, and I get in the UFC, and I'm winning these fights, and I'm winning these fights out of training camp. And I have a buddy, Sid Bice, has been grinding, and like me and him been working, like he'll put these fools to sleep. You know, he'll outwork all these motherfuckers. Then I have some dude 3-2. I don't know how the fuck this dude got in the division, but Sid Bice will fucking bitch smack that fool. You know what I'm saying? And like that, I take shit like that personal. You know what I'm saying? This is my life's work. You know what I'm saying? This is like everything I did. So some fuck comes in here, gets signed at 3-0. And now he's getting fucked up left and right. And like that shit's personal to me because I watched my buddy fucking sacrifice, left everything, bro, for the sport. Left his family, left the fucking state, all this shit. And he smoked this motherfucker, and I'm watching this dude fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Where's he at now?
Sid Bice is just getting ducked at the regional division, man. Getting ducked by everybody, and that's why you don't see him in the UFC right now. It's because nobody wants to fight that kid. And
is he LFA?
LFA, yep.
Bro, low key, and you might be biased too because you fought LFA. I think LFA is more exciting than Bellator.
Well, and then like yeah, exactly. And like LFA, like you got these hungry up and comers. Like Mark Beard does such a good job at picking some of these fighters and stuff. You have these scary up and comers, and like that's exactly like that. When you're signed to LFA, besides being Sid Bice, like people can't really like duck you to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like like, everybody wants to. So like a guy like me or like Jimmy Flake, who like nobody in Colorado wants to fight me. Like nobody in Colorado want to fight me. They're ducking me. They fucking, you know what I'm saying? Sid Bice already beat the shit out of all of them, so none of them want to fight me. You know, like I'm Sid Bice. Nobody wants to fight me because of what he did. You know what I'm saying? What
about Contender Series for Sid? Is that like a thing?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. We're trying to get him back into it, and he'll probably get on the next Contender Series, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's just a fucking start. I think he beat half of these guys, and then like. Then I see someone that's like 3-3 in there, and I'm like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like I sacrificed their whole entire life for this shit, and it's like I take shit like that personally, you know. I watch friends sacrifice their whole entire life and not make it, you know, and like
we'll have to get him on the show and get some hype behind his name too.
Yeah, for sure, man. Sid Bice, one of the best flyweights in the goddamn room, bro, and he's gonna prove it. And like, and if anything, and if not only proof is it is like. It's like I'm proving it. I'm proving that Sid Bice is one of the best fighters in the world because that fool beat my ass, and I'm over here fucking these top 10 in the world up. You know what I'm saying? Like, So that's just like, I don't know, MMA math, whatever it is. Like that fool's good, and like he should be a flyweight. He should be in the flyweight UFC division for sure.
Speaking of UFC, I just got a notification on my phone. UFC released Junior Dos Santos just now.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up about what they should be doing then. UFC 3 motherfucker. Who gives a shit? Like, whatever. Sid Bice, yeah, you know. I need to shut the fuck up. But yeah, that sucks, man. I don't know. But whatever. I mean, it's fucking business, and like I get it. Like I have to get that's more sign that I need to go perform, and I need to.
No, but you're right because there's some shit about the business that I just don't get. Like. Yeah. Like you said, the guy that's 3-3 there, but the keeping some of the women's divisions over the flyweight division, and then even this weekend, bro, you got Aljamain Sterling just now getting his title shot versus Petr Yan, where Petr Yan like didn't never fought like a top ranked person before, and just got a title shot. Like I don't know, man. Some of the business decisions are like weird and wacky to me, even as a.
MMA math's kind of weird, and like for me, I didn't give a shit until it directed me effectively that Cody Garbrandt was gonna get the title shot. Until I was like, damn, if I beat Moreno, like I think I'm getting skipped, you know. So like, about that, like I was thinking like, all right, this is like what's best for the sport, and I think like what's good for the business of the sport's good for us, right? And like I really and so some of them might like make sense. I think Cody Garbrandt getting a title shot without having a UFC flyweight fight kind of makes sense because that motherfucker is popular. He's like a model. That motherfucker like can fight his ass off. Like
former champ too.
Yeah, exactly. And he was a former champ. So it almost makes sense to me that he gets a chance because it's gonna boost more eyes in the flyweight division. You know what I'm saying? And like that's all. I was like, if the more people are watching flyweights, more people are investing in this division. That means that I still have a job. I'm not going anywhere. You know?
Yeah. Do you who do you think is going to win that fight between? I'll put it on the screen again real quick for everybody. I fucked up for my audio listeners, but between Petr Yan and Aljamain.
I don't know. So I have a little bit of like what you're saying is like I want to find out more about Petr Yan, man. Like I need
man. I'm so ready for this fight because of that too. It's like I don't want to like sound like a hater, but it's like dog. Like how does Aljo just now getting like his shot, and there wasn't even like an interim belt in the absence of Petr Yan too for Aljo. And it's like, but Petr Yan was like spoon fed the fucking title pretty much.
I don't know. I don't necessarily know about like who wins this fight or how this matches up. It's more of like I'm just interested to see how this plays out because yeah, I want to find out more about Petr Yan, and like I already know Aljo, like I already know Aljo's skill level and stuff, but I definitely want to see Petr Yan, like a little bit more of Petr Yan, and just see like I'm not saying more out of him, like I want to see more out of him, but I just want to like find out more about who he is and like all that because
Yeah.
boxing's good, and like from what I can tell is that motherfucker hits hard. You know what I'm saying? Like from what you can see, that motherfucker has that weird power. But I don't know, that division's so stacked. I like, bro,
it's insane.
What Corey's
insanely stacked.
Fucking killer, and like where's TJ Dillashaw gonna fit in all this now? Like, god damn, what a great division.
It really is. Yeah, bro. You know what's crazy? I'm looking at these numbers right now. You're taller than both these guys.
Oh yeah,
in your old division, like down from them.
Yeah. So I think I could probably be an average size for like a 155 or a 145. People like when I was in Fight Island, I was like slapping hands with somebody, and they're like, yeah, you fought last week, and I was like, oh, it was like 2 weeks ago. They're like, oh yeah, you didn't fight Barbosa, and I was like, what? And they were thinking I was the dude that fought Barbosa, the 45er. I forget his name, but I was like, who are they mistaking me for? They're mistaking me for someone. Like I was like,
that's crazy though. Yeah, because you're fucking 125.
Apple, like no, not at all. I don't know. I'm just scrawny, I guess. I'm tall and scrawny. Like I don't know. It's not like a hard weight cutter. Like I'm not dying to make 25. It's just I don't know. Like I walk around with 140. Like it's too small of a cut to be 35 or like.
Would you ever move up? Like would it be more comfortable for you at all to move up to 135 at all? Or
I would not move up necessarily, but I would. I'll take a bunch of fights at 35. I think there's some good matchups for me at 35 for sure. I would love certain matchups or like certain opponents, and like I fight like I said, I don't see real big issues for me in the 35 division up until like the top fucking 15, or top 10, top 15 probably. Those motherfuckers are good. That division's so good. Yeah. So like I said, I fit in that division fine. You know what I'm saying? I think I make a career in that division if I needed to. But that being said, I'm fine at flyweight. I can make the weight. I've never missed weight. And like I said, I've made a flyweight in a week when I've had to. So like, I don't know. I'm pretty secure in this spot, and I've made a career here so far. So, I've thought about it, and like I'm like, well, maybe I can move up one day, or like if I have to move up and the flyweight division gets cut, like
wait to get that belt.
Yeah, it's my thought.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm happy where I'm at, and like I just want to make a name for myself here. Like.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look too far in the future.
No, that's facts. Yeah, I mean, I'm fucking some guy in his basement, but like, I feel like for sure, like, I don't know. I want you to get belt first because I definitely think the opportunity is there for you.
Yeah, sure. And like I said, it's weird because like maybe it's not ever been like a real goal of mine, but like now that I'm like this close, fuck, man, this is a possibility. Like I never really made it out to necessarily be a goal of mine. Like that was never like in my agenda.
You got a couple pay-per-view buys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing is just like try to make a fucking name for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like when I first started this career, I was like, I just want a long ass highlight reel. Like that's all I want. It's like a fucking sweet highlight reel. Because I spent hours and hours I'd spend watching highlight reels of like Nick Diaz and like Anderson Silva and shit and like all those people. And it's like I was like at the end of my career, I just want a fucking sweet ass highlight reel. Like that's all I really need.
That's a good ass point because like your kid's gonna see that shit one day. You know.
Yeah. That's what the juvie, bro. Like at the juvie, I didn't have a name for myself. But like I'll be friends with the teachers and the other staff at the juvie. Like Brandon's a fighter, and like I think they could see my face and they see black eyes and stuff, but like none of them really believed I was a fighter because like I'm not the most intimidating. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't come across as a fighter. I don't think like necessarily like as a typical fighter, and so none of them really believed me. But the teacher one time pulled up a highlight reel on YouTube, and like I swear to God, the way that everybody talked to me and addressed me changed like within a day. It was the craziest shit. And everybody's like, "Hey, yo, tuck your shirt in, do this, like that. Yo, whoop your ass." And I was able to gain like respect without having to like earn it. Like I never had to beat anything or like do anything crazy or like fucking like I just got that respect because I had a highlight reel and those kids loved it, and I was like, all right, well. I guess we're at an understanding that neither one of us want to fight each other, so we're good.
Who do you have in that matchup though? Like if you had to put money on Petr Yan or Aljo, who is it?
I'll go Jan.
You go Jan?
Yeah, I think I'll go Jan if I'm just putting money on the line.
We're not friends anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so you want to bet? I think Petr Yan needs to and Aldo needs to take that fight to the ground in order to win, and I don't think that. Petr Yan's like super, like a little bit shorter, a little bit dense. And I think his wrestling background just like it's gonna be hard for him to do. And I think Petr Yan just has that fucking
one shot. Yeah.
power, and like I don't know, man. I'm excited to see how it like unfolds, and I think if I'd prefer someone to win, I want Aljo to win for sure. I like his little funky grappling style and like what he does, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't put money on him. I wouldn't put money on that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I fuck with Aljo because like it's easy for like a grappler to be boring, but he's not that. You know what I'm saying he's pulled off some crazy finishes over fucking. I mean, the UFC, everyone's fucking good as fuck. You know what I'm saying, like, to do some of the submissions he's done consistently is like, god damn, bro.
yeah, exactly. Highlight reel finishes, man, and you gotta love it. You gotta love that. Like, I love that. I love hearing Matt Serra and like his cornerman or the great. Like,
I love hearing Matt Serra scream.
I love hearing him screaming, "Let's go! We gotta go, Aljo!" Like a bunch of shit. God damn, like, so like I'm going for Aljo for sure, but like I don't know if I'd put money on it just because I just don't know enough about Jan, bro. I don't know enough, and like pick and like I don't know.
That's why I'm like Aljo, because like he's fought the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? We're like Jan just. I mean, I guess it doesn't mean shit though. Look at your situation. You come and fucking everything up. Yeah, that's a good point.
And Aldo looked good, bro. It's not like y'all like Aldo looked like a shitty Aldo. Aldo looked like a fucking killer. I was surprised when I was watching Aldo. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker still just has it. And still like that motherfucker's been so scary since even when I was a little kid, bro. Like when I was younger, I was watching Aldo kill people, and like now that I'm in the same place as him, it's just the craziest shit to me, bro.
Bro, the shit that blew my mind is he's still young as fuck. Not young as fuck, but like fairly young.
They don't talk about this, but I think although like if you guys want to think about world champions and like you want to count WEC as a world champion, which if you're a 45 and below, you're a world champion like in WEC. So although was the best 45er in the goddamn world when he was in WEC before the UFC had 45ers, and although got his belt at 23 years old, bro, he won that younger than John Jones technically. So if you want to be like real world champions, and who's the youngest? It was fucking Jose Aldo at 23 years age, and so is John Jones. John Jones is 23 years old too, but he was a world champion in WEC. I feel like just people don't like count WEC as enough like a course when these like 30 and 45ers were in this division doing great things, and like
the sport's grown so much, people don't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, bro, and like exactly. That's what like I always feel like one of the greatest fighters in the whole entire goddamn world went unnoticed because he was just a 35er in the WC, and that's Miguel Torres. Miguel Torres at a time was the best fighter in the goddamn world. He was a black belt, he was a six striker, and he was winning all these fucking fights, and like, but nobody gives a shit because he was in the WEC and he was really lightweight. And
isn't it crazy?
Yeah, and it sucks. It sucks because I can't help but think about that guy. Like he was in this sport before he made real money. You know what I'm saying? Before real money was like in the sport, and like
it sucks.
Hope that he's getting compensated what he's worth, because like in my eyes that fool was the greatest fighter in the world at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, but unnoticed.
That was even Michael Chandler, like all the credentials and shit that he had heading into his UFC debut, and everyone's still like, you never been in the UFC, like
exactly, stuff like that, man. Like there's plenty of people. Is like when WC came over, the two champions the next couple of years after that were Benson Henderson and Anthony Pettis, who were both WEC champions, you know, and like, so who was the best 55er in the world at that time? You don't really know because those motherfuckers were over there doing amazing things, you know, and like, I get a bunch of those guys that came over and won belts, you know, and like, I don't know, you see it with like maybe in Conde, if you count that Conde as a belt winner, and like, I don't know, a couple other people that I can't think of right now, but like that promotion was amazing, man, and like, if you couldn't afford some of the UFC channels, like you could afford WEC, like that was the fucking one that you could watch, you know, like we had that channel.
Yeah, just so many people come from like those like promotions too. I mean, even LFA. Like when I watch guys in LFA, I think of it as like, I don't want to say higher than Bellator, but like, I think really highly of the guys from the LFA just because you coming from there. I mean, there's so many. Josh Friend right now, bro. That kid's a fucking beast, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what I like. I wanted to stay in the LFA for one more fight just so he could have that belt forever on his mantle. But that being said, that kid deserves to get paid, bro. That's a star. He's like,
bro, if they're doing a middleweight Ultimate Fighter, bro, I fucking hope he's in, man.
No, they don't want him to take that route. He doesn't need to have.
Yeah, you're right.
He should be on short notice to get called to the UFC. Like he's that good. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, for sure.
Falls out, he should be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucker knocking fools out, submitting them, like he's doing all the above. That's a full on killer right there. But like for you got to think of WEC or LFA for the flyweight division. Regionally, there's no like Bellator doesn't take flyweights. PFL doesn't take flyweights. You know what I'm saying? So it's either you're fighting are the best promotion in the regional. Like if you're a Brazilian, Mexico, fucking USA, if you want an opportunity to fight in the best, like fight the best flyweights outside the UFC, it's LFA. That's just the truth because there's no other division outside there that us Americans can gain a name off of. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Bellator and PFL are not options. You know?
Yeah, it's. I really wish that at like certain points they're like, remember like the WWE SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah. Where we can mix.
Yeah, like a Patricio, like Pitbull. I would love to see him in in the UFC's featherweight division.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a couple of those dudes where you're like, God damn, let's switch them over a little bit and let's see what happens. You know?
Yeah,
Well,
MVP.
I'm so high on Gegard Mousasi's coattails constantly, but like I love that motherfucker, man. I would still think he'd beat some of these motherfuckers. And he's been around.
Him and Usman, bro, would be fire.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah.
But I love Gegard. So.
Yeah, because I want to run through some of this the card a little bit too. Do you train with Drew Dober? I know he's in Colorado, but is he at Factory X?
The elevation guy.
Okay. He's fighting Islam Makhachev. I'm excited to see Islam back in there. I know he's not like he's a grappler Habib style type dude. But what are you expecting for that one? Or who you got?
I hope Drew Dober KOs him, but I don't know. No, I think I don't know the fuck that guy is, honestly, but just going for the Colorado guy always, and like I don't know. I think Drew Dober's tight, bro. I don't think Drew Dober gets enough love, bro. That fool's good as fuck, and like he's that like that motherfucker. Like I don't know.
He is good.
Noticed, you know what I'm saying? And Drew Dober's good, bro. Like problems everywhere. Like he's a good ass wrestler, but now he's striking. He keeps his feet underneath him. He has like a nice little swagger about him. Drew Dober, and like I don't know. You hear stories about him in Colorado area, and then also I've just watched him grow up in his career, like unfold too. So it's just one of those dudes. Like I know how good that fool is, and like it's just he goes unnoticed a little bit. And it sucks that he like he's fighting Islam Makhachev, who's like also like
baby Habib.
Yeah, that motherfucker's scary. Like that's not an easy matchup to go.
Yeah.
That whole 55 division is a hard matchup, but like that's the fucking challenging one, you know?
Oh my god! But what a great opportunity for him, especially this card. How we was talking about, like it's like one of the biggest cards of the year. Like I feel like for either one of those guys, Islam or Drew, is gonna catapult them into fucking stardom because of
that's what. So I think Drew was saying, what's his name? Khabib said, if anybody beats Islam, that he'll come back and fight them. So if fucking Drew sparks him first round or something happens,
wow, that'd be wild.
Maybe he's fighting Khabib, bro. Who knows? Like I don't know, but that would be fucking awesome.
Wow.
Go spark Islam, and then next thing you know, he's fighting fucking Khabib because that.
That'd be fucking wild, man. Khabib scares the fuck out of me, bro. That guy is insane.
Yeah, Khabib's a scary motherfucker.
It's you know exactly what he's gonna do, and like the top cream of the fucking crop can't stop it ever.
Bro, I was almost telling everybody, I'm like, Justin Gaethje is gonna be the motherfucker to beat him. Like, there's no way he's gonna take him down. He's gonna knock him out. I didn't. Fuck, bro. Jesus Christ.
Bro, he locked that triangle in so fucking easy, bro. It made no sense. It was like, what?
Justin Gaethje does not get taken down at all, too, because like such foreign territory to him, and like that had to be so new to Justin Gaethje to be like taken down by a motherfucker like that. His wrestling's so good that like he's gonna pop back up, but to get taken down and to like, I don't know.
Yeah, can you explain that the way that triangle went down, bro? Because it was like effortless. It seemed like, bro. I was like, what the fuck, like.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying a little bit. Is I think there's a little bit of inexperience when it comes to Justin Gaethje being on his back. Of course, I'm sure he's never been on his back. Like, why would Justin Gaethje?
Facts, yeah.
I couldn't picture that full locking up a triangle or anything. But that being said, is just cardinal rules in jiu-jitsu is you got to keep your elbows in super tight and everything in like super tight and technical. And he had one arm up and the other arm wasn't tight, but Khabib just pinned it down and fucking went for that triangle beautifully. So like I said, I think fucking Khabib's just that motherfucking like he gave you the ground like there's nothing like, can't stop that.
Scary, bro.
A wrestler like Justin Gaethje, I'm sure is like being on his back is foreign as fuck. Like so like he's either wrestling to get up, and if you can't out wrestle this fuck, like you're on a bad position against a dude who's fucking made a career there.
I wish I could roll with Khabib, just like fucking like experience, like what the like I just because that shit blows my mind, bro.
Power difference, all that stuff. Yeah, you hear they just manhandles heavyweights. You're like, how good is that motherfucker? Like Jesus,
it blows my fucking mind, man. The other, this is the main card. I'd be a dick if I did the entire thing. But this card is stacked prelims to main card. But Thiago Santos versus fuck man, I cannot say that name.
Is it Rakic?
Yeah, but how do you say his first name?
Never, bro. Those two men are so scary. Holy shit, those two are fighting each other.
I know, bro.
Damn, I don't even want to watch that fight. That's someone's gonna die then, or it's gonna be the opposite. They just are so afraid of each other they don't pull the trigger. But like either way, those two are killers, man. Like what? I can't believe they're fighting. How did I not know that? That's
I know.
Before the title fight.
What'd you say?
They're right before the title fight.
No, bro. That's how they open up the card with that motherfucker.
Jesus, bro, those are killers. I don't know. I don't know what happened, bro. That could go either way.
It really can, man. I'll be so heartbroken for Santos too, because like he was just there in the title fight, had a I don't want to call it a freak. Well, yeah, it's a freak injury with his knee. You know what I'm saying? And then losing after that.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's fucking crazy, actually. So I don't know who's gonna take that fight, but those are two scary ass fucking men. Like those are two men, like what you said, that Amanda Nunes presence, where like you're like in that room, you gotta be uncomfortable around these two killers.
My man's a fucking hammer tattooed on his chest and like lives by it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just there for a reason. Yeah, I don't know. I'm taking that one. I'm gonna go Rakic. How do you say it?
Rakic, I think, but I'm gonna fuck it up for sure too. So.
Yeah, ratatata. We'll go with that one.
I would not know who to pick on that fight. That shit's anyway. One punch lands, either one of those motherfuckers are gone. Like fuck.
Yeah, that's a bomb ass fight. This is a bomb ass card. I've had you on for like an hour and 40 minutes, man. I apologize.
No, you're good.
You because I actually gotta get my son here in a little bit too. But do you got anything coming up or anything that we should stay tuned for? You got YouTube or Twitch or OnlyFans?
Yeah, exactly. A whole lot of nothing, bro. Just want to thank my sponsors, EAP Glass, and just bro. Thank you for your time. Thank you for today's entertainment because I'm stuck inside, bro.
I'll send you some fire clips from like past pods. Had Kendra less and stuff on. I'm trying to think right now. Wait, so you don't game or nothing? You seem like you just watch the fights all the time.
So yeah, that's like my job, you know. But like that's like I game a little bit now. I play Call of Duty, so that's like something new I got to. I play with my team, bro. Like the Factory X team. Those motherfuckers are good. Like I don't know. One time we did like they'll get 20 kills and I'll get like 1 or something, and they'll buy the whole entire game. Like I'm a burden to have on their team. But post surgery, like after I got this surgery and now that I have COVID, I literally been doing nothing but jumping on games, reading, like, fuck, bro. I still have that same fucked up sleeping pattern from just like working overnights for years. So it's like I'm just like up all night fucking. So then I'll play video games at like 2 a.m. or some shit. So it's funny. But yeah. That's
what system?
PlayStation.
Oh, I bet I'm gonna slide over my my PSN the DMs.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you got a PlayStation too?
Yeah. But I don't do Call of Duty because I'm ass.
Oh, that's the only game I have, bro. It's like the only game.
Fuck.
I'm like new to PlayStation. The moment I got signed to UFC, or like my parents, like as soon as I quit my job, my parents got me a PlayStation. And it's like it came with Call of Duty, but like coincidentally, that's the only game that I fucking probably would ever play. So like, so I got a PlayStation, and like I just learned how to I'm barely learning how to play and stuff. But like, get a lot better at Call of Duty. So
that's so funny. Any other situation, your son quits your job, you're not buying him a video game.
Yeah. You know what happened is this is what really happened. It was before, but I got dumped. I got dumped before the LFA fight, which is like whatever. But whatever. Like look at me now. No, I'm just kidding. But it was I don't know. I think my parents like knew what to do or whatever, so they just like fucking bought me a PlayStation. I remember thinking like, or it was like Christmas and like they went like super big with it and bought me a PlayStation 4, and I was like, damn, like you guys must feel really bad for like I must be looking rough or something. So like. Things like I think they're like it was like a pay gift, but like I didn't get to play it till after I got signed to UFC because I was so busy, you know. So
yeah,
now that I got time to play, I'm getting good. I know how I know what I'm doing a little bit now. So yeah.
Do you know how to buy the games like on the PlayStation Store?
Yeah. So I don't know if I have like a passion to play any other game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, you gotta get UFC and we gotta run it because that's the only thing I'll be able to beat you in.
I'm sure you'll fuck me up in any of these games. I'm really new to video games, so I'm like learning how to like control the like I'm hardly able to control these fucking players, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy I don't get killed sometimes. I'm just happy to be on their team.
Well shit, man, I appreciate you taking the time. I'm definitely gonna slide over that PSN.
Yeah, for sure. You'll let the Factory X guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be the weak link for sure. Like that's big facts.
All right, cool. I'll wrap to you later, brother.
All right, man. Thanks for hopping on. Shout out to Brandon Royval for taking the time. I would say I hope he recovers from COVID, but he doesn't seem bothered by that shit at all. I know I've been lacking on my lives, man, but I appreciate you guys for joining. In the mix in the building. Shouts out to you. I'm familiar with you from the Woodward Sports Lives. What up, though? I'm gonna get back on my shit, guys. I just been trying to build a brand over here at Woodward, man, and I think that shit's really gonna pop off. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like this video for sure. But head over and subscribe to Woodward Sports. This shit about to be lit. Hopefully, I'm bringing this shit in studio with them too. I just gotta get them. I mean, I don't know what I gotta do, man. This shit gotta be fucking like my shit popping, dog. My shit should be in that bitch, man. Sick pod, bro. Down for UFC preview 2. Yo, white belt, we definitely gotta do that, man. Ain't gonna happen today because I'm already in trouble with the lady, but we definitely gonna get this shit popping. Shout out to Benjamin Foe. Apologize, I totally forgot to bring up the No, I forgot to bring up the boxing fight. Who the fuck were we talking about? Canelo. I just can't get with the boxing, bro, because shit like that, like, you know Canelo's about to fucking smash anyone because there's not anyone worth fucking him fighting. Maybe Haney? I don't know, man. Hey, but real shit, I know y'all see me drinking this shit. I got to piss real bad. Please hit the like button. I'll clip this bitch up to some sweet parts. I know it's super long, but shouts out to y'all. Hey, and Ben, you especially, make sure you tune into UFC 259 this weekend, man. Hey, I'm having a watch party. We're doing a watch party at Woodward Sports. So make sure you for sure go subscribe there because I'm about to be on there this weekend. Bro, I got to piss so goddamn bad. It shit ain't even funny. But, yeah, live watch party. We're going to get Kendra Lesson there, too. She's in state. And not UFC 259, but we definitely want to get her for something, man. But thanks, guys, for hopping on. Deuces.